Hey, got a rod and reel combo review. I got this ABU Garcia, however you say it. It's the ProMax, and I got it at Bass Pro, and it just came today. It's 6'6". It is a two-piece rod, which I didn't have a two-piece. I'm not crazy about two pieces, but I think it's always good to have one. You know, if you were to go backpacking or something, it's always nice to be able to break down a rod. So I ended up getting this one, and it's the ProMax reel. It's a size 30 reel. It's got a gear ratio of 5.1 to 1. Of course, it's reversible, both sides, and the rod is medium power. And you can see it's real nice. Basically, I got this to be a very versatile piece that you could throw light and almost heavier stuff on. I love the look of it. The black and gold, it's a great looking rod and reel. I don't like this hook rest. Not crazy about that. I like the kinds that are on the side where it's a little bigger of a spot to putting a treble hook in there. Looks like it might be a pain in the butt, but let's see. Nice and smooth. And I'll tell you, when I picked this up, the first thing I noticed was the ergonomics. The way they cut this rod, it just fits your hand. It feels so nice in there. And the balances, I mean, look at that. It's just perfectly balanced. That's kind of one thing I like about buying these combo deals, is I feel like, you know, sometimes they put it together and you do get a better deal than if you were to buy it separately. But for two, they match this stuff up for you. So if you're not sure, you know, what you're actually fitting, what rod to what reel, you know, that part's already been taken care of. And I think this is going to be really good. I can't wait to string this up, take it out maybe this weekend. Let's see what else. This was $69.99, $70 for the combo. And the one thing I was curious about was how big was that last eyelet going to be? And there she is right there, because sometimes when they're really, really small, and I'll say this one's about medium. I would like to have it a little bit bigger, but when I'm tying my fluoro leaders onto my braid, that knot sometimes, if that last eyelet's real small, she'll get hooked up in there sometimes. That's one of the things that's annoying. But and this one, like I said, this one's 6'6", and I don't like to go any longer than that for kayaking. I think 7's too much. You guys know, if something happens on the end down there and you got to like spin it around and fix it. You know, 7-foot rod is, your rod's probably hanging off the front of your boat, your reel, I mean. So the length was perfect. I think you can get this in a 7-foot if you so desire, but let's see. The retrieve, did I say that's 5.1 to 1? And yeah, so next we'll string it up, we'll take it out there, and we'll see what she can do. Alright, so decided to take the Perception out today. Try out this new rod. This lake, we don't travel very far. First issue, like I said before, not liking this hook catch. It's too close. Bent out or something.
doesn't feel as smooth as my Fluger Supreme. And this is a fairly heavy lure because I got to wait inside that worm. That's better. I like the action of the rod. It's kind of stiff until it gets right to the very end, so like you can still give something some action. Alrighty, is that because of the action, the tip's so light, you can't get as good of a cast on it. You can't get that strong whip because it's just so weak on the end. I mean, it'll still go pretty good, but I'm casting with the wind, and that's probably average for my other rod. So yeah, you get the nice action to work a worm with a tip, but the trade-off's going to be how far you're going to be able to throw it from what I'm seeing so far. But honestly, I think this is probably going to be my soft plastic rod from now on, just because of that tip. It's super windy out here today, and it's scummed over. I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but there's stuff running all over the place. Because this lake is got farm fields on that side over there. The fertilizer runoff just makes an algae bloom like crazy. It doesn't have a good purchase spot to grip that string with. It's very slick there. And I've already had this loosened up already. I tightened that back down. Hopefully that stays tight. Really like to get a fish on here so I can put it to the test. I don't know how much luck we're going to have today. One thing, I definitely will be using this as a worm rod. It's just about perfect for that, for kayak. It's the right length, 6'6". It's got the great action on the tip. And yet it's, you know, in the middle, it's pretty stiff enough to, you know, not be one of them little flimsy rods. You can throw halfway decent with it. But like I said, the weak part's going to be the tip, as in how far I think I can cast it. Something that always bothers me about these rods, I always leave these zip ties on here when I get them, because they always seem to loosen up on their own. And on other rods, I've wrapped electrical tape around here. I don't know if they make something to stop that from moving. It's always, the plastic threads always seem to work themselves loose. I don't know why. But I think it's a pretty decent rod. I don't regret buying it.